The kiss that changed everything. It was an ordinary Thursday afternoon when the foundation of my life began to crack. I was at work, bent over an engine, tightening bolts in a rhythm I knew by heart, mechanical, steady, comforting. Then, my phone buzzed in my pocket. Nothing out of the ordinary. I figured it was my fiancée, Emily, probably sending a text about the upcoming weekend. Her cousin Lisa was graduating from high school, and there was a family gathering planned. We'd been together for over 3 years, engaged for 8 months. So I expected something simple, maybe a hotel booking or a reminder to pick up a gift. But when I pulled out my phone and read her message, the world around me stopped. Nathan, I need to tell you something before someone else does. At Lisa's party last night, I kissed my ex, Ryan. It was stupid, just a drunken mistake. It didn't mean anything. Please, let's keep this between us. No need for drama. I froze. The wrench slipped from my hand and clattered to the floor. I reread the message, hoping I had misinterpreted it. Maybe it was a cruel joke. Maybe she sent it to the wrong person. But no, the words were clear. Emily had kissed Ryan. Her ex. The same ex she'd told me was part of a long-forgotten chapter. Apparently, he wasn't as distant as she'd led me to believe. But it wasn't just the betrayal that gutted me, it was her request to keep it a secret. Like I was supposed to collude with her, help sweep it under the rug. Be her shield against accountability. I replied with a single word, noted. Her response was nearly instant. Thank you for being so understanding. I knew you'd be mature about this. It really didn't mean anything. But it did mean something. You don't ask to hide something meaningless. You don't plead for silence over something that didn't matter. My eyes stayed fixed on her text, and before I could second-guess myself, I took a screenshot. Then I opened the Carter family group chat. Emily had added me months ago to help coordinate wedding details. It included her parents, Michael and Susan, her older sister Claire, her brother Ethan, a handful of cousins including Lisa, and her grandmother Evelyn, who, at 79, could out-text anyone half her age with sass and speed. I typed. Emily wanted to share something from Lisa's party. Attached the screenshot. And hit send. The fallout was immediate and explosive. Susan reacted first. Emily, what is this? You kissed Ryan at Lisa's party? Then came Michael. Emily Jane Carter, explain this right now. Claire jumped in next. Are you serious? You're engaged to Nathan and you kissed Ryan? Even Lisa added her voice. I saw you two talking, but I had no idea it went that far. Emily, how could you? Ethan followed. Ryan was bragging before he left, saying you still had feelings for him. Then Evelyn chimed in. Emily, this kind of behavior is disgraceful for someone about to get married. I'm truly disappointed. The chat exploded as more family members weighed in. Apparently, Ryan had been telling people that Emily initiated the kiss, and hinted they might see each other again. Emily had left the party early, which now felt more like a strategic exit than simple fatigue. My phone rang. It was Emily. Her voice trembled, not with regret, but with anger. Nathan, why would you do that? I stayed calm. I just passed along your message, like you asked. That's not what I meant, she snapped. I told you to keep it private. You said it was nothing and didn't need to be shared, I replied evenly. So I figured it was harmless enough to show everyone. It's not the same thing, she barked. Exactly, I said. It's not. You kissed your ex at a family event and wanted me to pretend it didn't happen. If it truly meant nothing, why hide it? She hung up. But the group chat kept buzzing. Claire, Emily, where are you? Mom's furious and wants to talk now. Michael, this is unacceptable. We need to have a serious talk. Eventually, Emily reappeared. Everyone, calm down. This is getting blown way out of proportion. Susan didn't let it slide. Out of proportion? You kissed your ex while wearing an engagement ring. Emily doubled down. It was just a kiss. I was drunk. That was Emily's defense. Claire wasn't having it. Drunk or not, you kissed Ryan, of all people, while planning a wedding. Ethan chimed in too. He told people you said you missed him. Is that true? Emily shot back. He's lying. Then her cousin Nathan dropped something no one could ignore. Ryan posted it on his Instagram story. He literally wrote, "Some connections never fade. Good to know the spark's still there." I've got the screenshot. Michael's fury was immediate. Emily, what is this? He thinks you two are reconnecting romantically. Emily tried to brush it off. He's blowing it out of proportion. It was one kiss. It didn't mean anything. But Susan wasn't fooled. If it meant nothing, why didn't you tell us? Why did you ask Nathan to keep it quiet? Claire didn't hesitate. Because she knew it was wrong. Even Evelyn, silent for a moment, weighed in. In my time, a woman who acted this way wasn't ready to be a wife. I still believe that. Emily's betrayal had rattled her entire family, a group known for their close-knit, old-fashioned values. Then came the line that shifted the tone completely. Susan wrote, "Emily, your father and I need to rethink whether you're actually ready for marriage. Nathan, we're deeply sorry." I finally responded, "Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Carter. I respect your honesty." That night, Emily called again, this time, crying. "Nathan, you have to fix this. Tell them it's all a big misunderstanding." I asked, "What misunderstanding?" "You kissed Ryan and begged me to keep it a secret. You're ruining my relationship with my family." "No," I said. "You damaged your relationship with them the moment you crossed that line. All I did was show them the truth." She ended the call without another word. The next evening, around 7:30, I got a call from Michael. "Nathan, would you come over? Susan and I want to talk face to face." When I arrived, most of the family was there, everyone except Emily, who was apparently staying with a friend. Susan looked worn down, her eyes red from crying. "Nathan, we're heartbroken over Emily's actions. You didn't deserve any of this." Michael was more direct. "We raised her to have better judgment. What she did was completely out of line." Claire added, "She's always been touchy about Ryan. Every time his name came up, she got defensive." Then Ethan quietly said, "She told us she invited Ryan to the wedding, said you were okay with it." That stunned me. I had never agreed to that. Susan's face hardened. "She never told us about that either." Michael shook his head slowly. "So she invited her ex to your wedding without informing you or her family. That's deceitful." We talked for over an hour. The entire room was united, not just in their disappointment over the kiss, but the manipulation and lies that followed it. Susan said softly, "Nathan, whatever you choose to do next, we support you. You're a good man. We're sorry this happened." Michael added, "If she can't stay faithful during the engagement, how could we trust her in a marriage?" Evelyn finally spoke again. "Better you found out now than after saying I do." Saturday morning. I was sipping my coffee when a loud knock rattled the front door. I opened it to find Emily on the doorstep, her eyes swollen, mascara streaked down her face. "They're canceling the wedding," she said, voice cracking. "My dad said he won't pay for a marriage with someone who exposes private mistakes like this." "Interesting logic," I said. "My mom says I humiliated the family. Claire won't talk to me. Even Grandma said I disgraced the Carter name." "She believes in integrity," I reminded her. "You should have remembered that before kissing Ryan." "You didn't have to tell everyone," she said, her voice trembling. "I don't protect people who cheat, Emily." "It wasn't cheating. It was just a kiss. You kissed another man while wearing my ring. That's cheating." She broke down in tears. "I'll do anything to fix this." "There's nothing left to fix," I told her. "You showed me who you really are." "That's not me. It was one mistake." "No, it was several choices. You kissed him. You lied about it. You asked me to stay quiet. Then you tried to spin the narrative. That's not one mistake, that's a pattern. I was drunk. I was doubting everything." "At least that's honest," I said. I reached into my pocket and pulled out the ring box. "Give it back." "No, please." "The ring, Emily." Reluctantly, She slid it off her finger and handed it to me. "You're making a mistake," she said. The only mistake was ignoring the red flags. 3 weeks later. The wedding was officially cancelled. We lost some deposits, but many vendors showed compassion and refunded what they could. Emily moved back into her parents' house, though things there were far from peaceful. Everyone was tense, walking on eggshells around her. Ryan apparently tried reaching out again once the dust settled, but when he realized Emily was no longer attached, he backed off quickly. The Carter family group chat went dead silent. I stayed in it for a little while, until Susan messaged me privately. "Nathan, you're no longer part of the family, but you'll always have our respect. Maybe it's time to leave the chat." I thanked her and quietly exited. Last week, Michael gave me a call. "Nathan, just wanted to say again, we're sorry. Emily asked if you'd ever be open to a second chance." "What did you tell her?" I asked. "That door slammed shut the second she kissed Ryan and asked you to cover for it." "Good answer. You dodged a bullet, son. Emily's always been impulsive, but this revealed something we didn't want to see." The $1,300 ring now sits in a velvet box in my drawer, a symbol of the future I almost stepped into blindly. A future where I'd forever wonder who she was texting when she smiled at her phone. A life filled with secrets and quiet betrayals. But oddly, I'm thankful. Because sometimes the truth hurts more than the betrayal, but it also sets you free. Emily wanted silence. She got the truth. And I got my peace.